Hey guys, welcome back. VDCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice. This is for the week of March 4th, 2021. The current character challenge is Martian Manhunter. That's a one-week repeat, and the required characters for that are Lex Luthor, Sinestro, and Bane, who are bronze, and silver, respectively, so not too bad for newer players. The passive is Telepathic Attack, which is Martian Manhunter's basic combo has a chance of launching a telepathic attack, which causes random effects on his opponent. He's got 750 attack and 1200 health. He was last available in the 19th of January 2017. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, and I'm sort of confident in that, and I'm not certain, but I'm confident in that because I remember, if I remember correctly, he was one of those iOS challenges that didn't come to Android until much later, so it was like a couple of years later. And
yeah, and what's interesting is we thought it was going to be Martian Manhunter, but we thought it was going to be a different Martian Manhunter because it was the Black Knight Martian Manhunter challenge pack, but we just got the regular old Martian Manhunter in the actual challenge.
Right. So, you know, he's got a low attack stat, 750. Health is decent, attack stat is pretty low. So the telepathic attack, so the things that you can get are stun, power drain, or mental damage. In my mind, there's about a 50% chance of combo ender with each tap combo. And so if you break it down to probably about 1/3 chance of each, that's not a lot of likelihood that you're going to get what you want. Now, what's interesting, though, is I took a look at the wiki page, and they have a sampling where they got a combo ender more than 80% of the time. Clearly, that hasn't been our experience, but they're getting a combo ender effect about 1/4 to 1/3 of the tap combos, which is pretty significant. And if you compare them, stun would be pretty good. If you're trying to maximize a stun damage, say, with a Cloak of Destiny or Necron Scythe loadout, because when you do it with a tap combo, it's still easier in a lot of ways than doing it with specials. But the problem with this is the effect is blockable, so if you're blocking if they are blocking your attack, you don't stun them. You don't get the effect. Mental damage is really too small to make a difference, especially with his low attack stat. And I believe that it replaces the normal damage that you get from a combo ender. So it ends up being potentially a little bit worse. I mean, basically, the equivalent of almost no effect. I mean, you've got so many characters now with extra combo ender hits that in comparison, this kind of stinks. And I'm not sure how much he power drains. Maybe, I want to say 35%. Because that popped in my head, but I couldn't find it anywhere on the wiki to confirm it. So it feels like if they have enough power, it's potentially a lot. But you know how when you're playing against the AI, they spend the power as almost as quickly as they get it. So very rarely are you going to be able to drain more than, say, like a third of a bar of power, maybe like 2/3. Yeah. So I guess the upshot is I'm not a huge fan of Martian Manhunter, but it's like an Injustice League team. If you're rocking New 52 Wonder Woman, you can make almost anybody work. Yeah.
So there we go. This week's multiplayer award is a good one, though. Is one that's definitely worth getting if you don't have it already, because it's Master's Death Card. And after its abilities are, after tagging, enemy blocking stops 20% less damage for 6 seconds. You get a 100% area effect, which is a weird phrasing. Opponent takes 15% damage from your special attacks. So what it really is 15% splash damage.
Yeah.
And then another one, 100% area effect, which is opponent's team takes 35% damage on your combo ender. And then the evolved ability, which is a 100% chance to deal 20% unblockable damage on tag-in.
Right. Okay.
So the phrasing for a lot of these are kind of weird. So we'll have to break them down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, too, because sometimes when there was gears that had bad phrasing, especially new gears that hadn't been released yet, people would say, oh, that's fake because the English is bad. And oftentimes it turned out that was just right. It would just happen to be bad English.
Yeah. So it was last available in August of 2020. We have our 9th week in a row on the current schedule after a quick interruption. And we should see Rebirth Wally West next week for a challenge reward.
Yeah. Like you said already, this is an excellent 4.5-star gear.
Yeah, one of the best gears in the game, and synergy with the best gear in the game.
Yeah. If you look at all the individual effects, so reduced blocking, I don't actually notice that very much. The unblockable tag and damage lets you get unblocked hits anyways. So if you make your tap combo while they're getting hit with the all the little pitter patter hits, it's all unblocked anyways, right?
Yeah.
And let's say, for example, the unlikely chance that they're blocking we tag in, if you wait for the right moment, they drop their block before they can hit you. So a lot of times when you're building up power, if you don't try to do a special immediately as you land in when they're blocking, and just pause and wait until it's your hits are almost done, you can get unblocked. With the only exception being if they have bars of power, when you come in, it's almost impossible to time it right if they started off blocking, because they will get priority when they release their block to actually knock you over.
Yeah.
Area effect on specials isn't as good as regular area effect, which you typically get, say, with Fourth World Mace or League of Assassins Knives or any of those gears where there's the area effect that are character specific. You know how sometimes the individual signature gears have an area effect? The reason why is that the area effect happens over time, like damage over time. So if you knock somebody out right away, then the damage over time on the person who's tagging in is almost non-existent.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah. But what's the best is the hidden part of this gear's passive that they don't mention is that the unblocked damage, when you tag in, it generates power for each hit. It's a lot of small hits. You can get, in multiplayer, you get mostly a bar of power, which is great. But in offline play, it reverses a little bit. It actually gives your opponent a bar of power because of the way power prioritizes by when you get hit offline compared to when you do the hitting online.
So there we go. Great gear. We have the Godfall Superman bundle in the store. I should say moving on to the store now. We have the Godfall Superman bundle for $24.99 Canadian as always. It comes with 100,000 credits. It is a clue to next week's challenge, but it's only a clue. As we saw with last week's challenge pack, we might be getting a different Superman. We might be getting something different entirely.
I think
it's like,
it's mostly.
It's probably a Godfall Superman, like 97% of the time. But
so let me just go back. I just realized, because I guess my mind, I block it out so much. The combo under effect I didn't even mention, because combo under effects to me, like I said with Martian Manhunter, not the greatest. 15% damage, 35% damage from your combo ender kind of stinks, because half the time you don't do a combo ender. So I already glossed over it.
And your combo ender isn't a ton of damage either.
It's not.
Splash damage on combo ender is not actually that good.
So I thought I should at least mention for completeness sake. Yeah, sorry.
We also have the tag team pack for $26.99, and that comes with Luchador Bane, Hawkgirl, and New 52 Nightwing. And there are no unlocks for that. Just a reminder, you don't unlock anything in your store. So it's not terrible, right? But it's also not a great deal.
The 2 out of 3 of the team is pretty good. Luchador Bane and Hawkgirl, because Luchador Bane has that stun on tag in. Hawkgirl makes it go in and out fast. They're both challenge characters, so they're not easily available for most people. Yeah. So that makes it almost a good deal. And then they have to stick in a guy who's already in the store.
Yeah.
Who you don't really
want. For the cost, you need more elite levels is the problem. Yeah. Is that for the cost, it doesn't make sense to just buy one. Yeah. And it's too expensive to buy more than one. And the way that it's set up, you need to buy more than one for it to be useful. So you're looking at a sort of catch-22. Yeah. In Our Survivor, we have the Suicide Squad companion gear set until the 10th of March 2021. Phantom Zone is finished. Fight 62 is still broken.
And we've got double XP for the weekend. So good time to level up your characters.
Last weekend's breakthrough was Raven, Superman, and the Arkham Knight. And so this coming weekend should be Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, and Martian Manhunter. You can check out the links in the description. We have a Reddit thread from Devlin16 with the breakthrough cycle if you want to look at that for yourself.
Yep. All right. So moving on, current glitches. Just a reminder, every working glitch explained in a video tutorial, part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the I in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, and I guess lately it's been more important that we are Android 9 only, so we can only confirm these glitches for Android 9.
Although one person said that everything is the same for Android 11.
There you go. But it's always,
who knows?
Yeah, who knows? So because you get to access those glitches right now, we're going to actually start with the not working glitches. And we focus on the ones that used to work or the ones that people are specifically asking about a lot.
So there's nothing for power credits that we're willing to endorse. On Season 6, Episode 9, however, P&Q and CNANT, we talk at length about it. Basically, they're just a 2-device glitch for a couple of reasons we don't share how to use it. You can find it if you really want to, but we're not going to be the people to let you know how to do it.
I can't tell you the number of times where people would come to us and say, hey, you taught me this glitch and it screwed it up. And we'd say, yeah, we never taught you to do it like that. And I'd say, oh, right, somebody else did. But... And
how do we fix it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So in terms of other stuff that we can't do, that we actually can't do, and not just that we won't tell you how to do, there is nothing for getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards right now. There's nothing for getting early multiplayer season rewards in a way that you actually want and to take advantage of. And there is nothing to get through the Phantom Zone supernaturally quickly while it's around, but there is obviously strategies to get through it just normal fast.
Oh, I just had a super fast run right before it ended that took like less than 14 minutes.
Wow.
Including everything, like including stuff before and after the fight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
okay.
pretty fast. Yeah. Working glitches now. You can play the challenge over as many times as you want by doing the challenge reset. It's been confirmed working on the current Martian Manhunter challenge. Remember that it's the same glitch basically when Phantom Zone is around to reset it. So just always keep in mind that when you're resetting the progress for one, it's the other. It's easy to get caught up in the trap where you're just doing it over and over when there's no Phantom Zone. And then when Phantom Zone shows up, that you reset all your crystal progress, which is not good.
If you're on Android 10, and you have to use a lot of your data or just spend a long time downloading stuff on Wi-Fi every time you clear your app data, we have a comment in the description from Tanmay Kakde with a solution for you that just requires having that extra space on your device somewhere. So that extra like 1.5 gigs, give or take, instead of having to re-download that every time.
Right.
And we also have a comment from Jonathan Yang on how to reset the challenge on iOS. So Android 10 or iOS, check out the description there. We can't personally vouch for them, but we've only had good feedback from both of them.
Right. Breakthrough glitch let you play repeatedly, still working. The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working. Good for any packs with random drops and last laugh tickets. The idea is basically you buy something from a pack, it's supposed to be a random drop. If you don't like what you get, refund it, and then just spend that same credits again until you get what you want. Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. Always bring your clock back to normal before you're done, before you exit the game.
So there we go. Last but not least, in between working and not working glitches, the promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked. It hasn't had the right conditions for so long now, so it's not testable, it's not usable, but it's never failed us, and we don't have any indication that it's been patched out specifically. So we keep it here on a technicality because we feel like it. Oh, and
updates, I guess, is in real life, it's not Injustice, but you just had exams, which is why we had to interrupt our schedule this week. So we didn't have our Q&A, and we had a gameplay video instead.
Yeah, that's true, although I don't think that's why people are here, so...
No, that's true.
That's it. And to finish up, we'd like to give a huge thank you to everybody who supports us on Patreon. So that is Console Peasant and Edwoon, who are supporting us at the top tier Last Word, Mohammed Albshaiti at the Your Message Here tier, Shawn Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Maule, Michael DeVries, Brandon C., Irvin Ruiz, and Eddydoo, who are supporting us on the credited level, and Chris Wolff, Scarlet Dani, Awesomegamer241, Pavu RS, Gavin Mallott, and Isfar E at the gratitude level. Thanks so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.
Komoda.